It's always a good day when we get Discus in. Today I ordered a bunch of large Discus, so we got a really heavy big box. Let me unwrap everything and let's get started with it. Just to show you real quick how this is boxed. So it's in a nice styrofoam box here, and then the whole box is actually wrapped in plastic. So that's why I need to stop filming here and do it, but really well packaged. So I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. We can see here we got 3 heat packs for them to keep the Discus nice and warm because they really like to be much warmer than other fish here. Let's see what we got here. This is one of the blue diamonds. It's one of my favorite varieties of Discus. They're just a clean blue. I've seen some, adult breeding pairs that Hans has at his facility, and they are stunning. They really got me into the blues. But this is another one that I really like, the white Leopards. These are really popular. These sold out the instant I brought them in, so I had to get more. And this is another personal favorite of mine, the Marlboro Reds. They just are so beautiful, and I love the more solid ones. I really like. I like all Discus, but I tend to keep ordering what I like, but I gotta make sure I'm ordering what everybody likes, because it's not just about me. Checkerboards are another good one. This guy's kind of hanging out on his side. Hopefully when we get him in the tank, he'll just perk up. Let's see. What's this one? A red leopard. Beautiful. Yeah, we have a lot of blues left. All the reds seem to have sold out right away. So it seems that the reds are just more popular right now in my area. Every area is different. We're kind of learning what sizes sell well, whether it's the 2.5 inch, the 3 inch, the 4 inch. Seem to be having good luck with these 4 inch guys, but that's no surprise just because of how beautiful they look. The 2.5 inch don't look as nice as these guys, obviously, but the price point is obviously much, much higher. All these guys look really good. Let's get them in the tank. We'll go over the system. We'll show off the other Discus that we have. So here is the Discus system. I've got the 2.5 inches on the bottom and on the right side, and we've got the 3 inch size, and then I also carry the 4 inch size, which are really nice size compared to my hand. These guys are really beautiful, and they're more expensive, but they help sell the small guys too. If somebody's looking to set up a brand new tank, I would get a bunch of the 2.5s and just grow them up, because that they're going to end up looking like this. These Discus, you can see I get from Discus Hans. He's in Maryland. 2 years ago, when I thought my store was opening and it wasn't delayed, I went there personally to meet Hans, see his facility. I think I have some footage from when I was there, but I plan on going back, and that was before YouTube, so I plan on going back and filming a whole tour on that and just seeing. He has so many awards. He really knows what he's doing. He cares about these fish. He makes sure that I know what's best to keep them in, and so I can transfer that to the customer. Make sure everyone has success, really, because these are a specialty fish. They need certain parameters, so he wants to make sure that that everyone's taken care of. And they're not as difficult as people think now. I have them in the store here. Like the pH, I think, is 7.2, and that's where they're being raised right now. So a neutral pH, 86 degrees, and some of the foods that we feed are some of the frozen beef heart cubes that are already prepackaged, and a big one in the store is Hikari bloodworms. Those are the best ones recommended by Hans, and I've really been having success with that. I'm actually going to feed them right now so you can see how they attack it. Kind of scared them a bit here, but they already ate twice today, so that's why I'm only putting a little bit in there. But these guys make a big mess, so we'll see here in like a minute how they make a huge mess and why having this system with no gravel is really beneficial to me, because I'd be having to gravel that constantly. All these little pieces of bloodworms going all over the place. Even though they make a big mess, they do eat most of it, just because you can imagine these tiny little worms here, the bloodworms, getting stuck in this gravel. It'd be a mess. And this section is actually the only section of the store, besides the feeder comets, that doesn't have any gravel. So the rest of the store has gravel. We don't have any gravel on any of these tank setups. And that just helps me where I feed a bunch of bloodworms in there and they make a big mess and they get all the bloodworms, then they actually will overflow out. Any kind of waste will overflow out. I'll show you how the system works in a second. But it just helps it stay clean. It's a lot more maintenance for me and my staff. Have to keep everything clean. You can see this top one, so I'm 6 foot, most people can't see it, but someone who's taller than 6 foot will see how we kind of have algae that was missed. Got to make sure that everything is, spotless for these guys. A little bit more work, but I think it just helps me keep this system healthier, and I make sure that no other fish are on this system at all. It's just each section is its own system. But taking a look at the bottom here, we've got the media in there, we've got the heaters. So I keep the Discus at 86 at least. And on this side, each unit has a pretty large size air pump. And that really churns all the media and helps it, with the automatic water change system, it helps it stir up all the detritus and anything. You can see how the system auto tops off, so ideally this would be higher. Obviously it's below the minimum right now, but when it goes below that point, the system starts filling automatically. So it goes through a carbon filter and a sediment filter, and it actually will auto top off. So if we're bagging a fish or taking water out, that'll auto top off, which is nice. I also have a sponge filter in there in case we have to quarantine any section. So at any time you can just shut that off and then put the sponge filter in there, which is already seated. Now this is its own section. So I do that sometimes with new fish that come in or anyone that's having a problem. And the way the auto water change system works is, if we take a peek back here, is that the pumps will actually shut off twice a day. And let's see if I can see it. The water will actually, so all the sediment and overflow will get caught here. When the pumps shut off, it all drops down to here, where this flush valve opens up, and all the water in here drains down and shoots that out. So it helps me keep the system clean, making sure that the water is changed twice a day at least. And then in this system in particular, because there's no gravel to catch anything, most of it overflows out. But we will get some, like in the corners once in a while. You can see it there. But helps with the Discus. So that was a little unboxing and kind of showing how I keep Discus in the store. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.